Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming back and joining us. I am with Chris Robbins from Robbins Services, Inc. You are home inspections. What got you into this world of home inspections?
Well, when I was growing up, my dad's family all had construction businesses.
Got it.
So I worked around those job sites quite a bit. I mean, it taught me a lot about a hard day's work.
Right.
But as I grew up, I got an industrial because my family said, you don't want to be a contractor. Don't get in contracting.
Right.
That was the thing back then. Be a doctor or a lawyer or engineer.
Yeah.
So I got into industrial, and I built machinery, welded, electrical wiring, you name it. I ended up managing a lot of those areas. And eventually it just turned too corporate for me, and I decided it was time to try on my own.
Yeah. So how long you been in the inspection world?
We're in our 4th year now.
Wow.
So we've been going a little while, and it's been very blessing.
So we went through a little period where everybody's like waiving everything. They're waiving the inspection, they're waiving the appraisal. Why do you need that inspection?
The inspection's important because you want to know what's going on with the house before you buy it. And if you know what's going on with it, then you can ask for concessions. You can ask for things to be repaired.
Right.
Generally, you get an excessive amount of money more than what you paid for the inspections that you received out of the closing of your house.
Right.
So it's well worth it in the end, monetarily wise, as well as you will know everything that's going on with the house, and you at the very least have a honey-do list that needs to be taken care of.
And let's explain to everybody home the difference between the appraiser and the home inspection, because a lot of them people, oh, that's the same thing. It's not the same thing.
No. The appraiser is going to look at the values of different things so they can put a value on the property. The home inspector is going to look at the condition of different things,
right,
and tell you the condition of the property. And that way, you know that, hopefully you know in the end that if your house is sinking
right,
and there's huge cracks in it, that maybe it's not a good investment. The appraiser might still come back and say it's worth top dollar, but if it's sinking and you have to put $80,000 in it and underpin it right away, it might not be worth that money anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing that I actually believe in our house gets inspected every 2 years, whether we're selling it or not, because there's things that I don't see that the professionals see. So that's a good idea too, as well as how do you come out, well, you need to, this is a hit list for you. Correct?
Absolutely. An ongoing maintenance program is a wonderful thing to put on your property and make sure that you're up to date with everything. You know, that gives you the ages of everything, that tells you the conditions of different things. And again, it keeps that honey-do list going. So if you like doing stuff around the house.
And if you don't, we can always help you find somebody that does.
Exactly.
Just saying right now. I've had in the past where, and I hate to do this, take away from your time, but I've had this in the past where I thought everything was perfect, and then my inspector came in and went there and goes, all your fascia boards have to come off because they're rotten. And I'm like, they look great. No. And then he showed me he put a little pick in there and it just went whoop. I'm like, well, okay.
It's amazing the things that paint can cover.
Right? And if you know that stuff, that it helps you sell your house at a better value. So then the appraiser comes in and goes, oh, dude, everything is really good.
Yep. Well, we invest in tools that help us determine those things. So like infrared cameras, we can see moisture evidence in places where the normal eye can't see
right.
it. We follow that up with a moisture meter and make sure that it's actually wet, but it'll give us the indication that it's there. So we're finding hidden defects. I recently bought a crawl bot, so I don't necessarily have to crawl under houses anymore. And if it's too small for me to get under, now I have a machine that can get under there for me. And
what a great idea.
The things that it's discovered that I couldn't get under and see, it's already paid for itself.
Right. Now, when you inspect everything, correct?
Correct. We inspect from the foundation to the chimney cap.
Whoa. And inside attics, all?
Inside attics, everything from the bottom to the top.
Okay, and now do you go out and help people with wind mitigation as well?
We do. We do all the insurance inspections, so 4 points, wind mitigations, roof certifications. We have packages for them. We do them independently.
Okay. Now, what area of Tampa do you handle?
We currently cover Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, Pasco County, South Hernando County.
Oh, wow.
And we'll go down to Sarasota County and Manatee County depending on the call. We don't usually go down there for insurance
Right.
inspections unless we have an abundance of them down there.
So have you been down to the hurricane side yet and go help? I can help you guys out.
Actually, I have a trip planned in January to go down there.
Wow. So you guys can't really even do real inspections right now until the cleanup's done. Is that right?
Well-
it kind of.
Well, I didn't make a trip to go down there because, you know, I feel like as a home inspector, there's not much I can do in the way of helping the people that are down there. So I don't want to be in the way.
Right.
I think the contractors and people that are down there that can actually do the work and help them get back to where they need to be, those are the people that need to be down there right now. As far as I go, we're going on a mission trip in January
Oh, okay.
to do that kind of work down there and help
Nice.
out. So it's, I think it's more beneficial that way.
Yeah, that does. So how big is your crew?
It's just me. Actually, I have an office staff. So I have 2 girls in the office, and then it's me and another inspector.
Okay. So when I have you come out and do the inspection, what do I get from you?
So in the end, we do some extras as well. Majority of the time, the homeowner's going to get the home inspection report. They're going to get a 4-point report and a wind mitigation report because insurance normally requires those in Florida.
Right.
A lot of times they'll add on a WDO too because that's a termite inspection is a good thing to have.
I was
in
getting ready to say,
Florida.
what is that?
Yeah, it's a great thing to have in Florida. We also do what's called a recall check. So we go through all the appliances and check the serial numbers because by law, manufacturers are required to fix safety defects. And we have a third party that goes through all those numbers and supplies a report for those.
Okay, so that is the first time I have heard that, ever. And I've talked to a lot of inspectors. I did not know that. I understand cars and stuff do that, but I didn't know that they did that in for appliances and houses.
Yeah, and it doesn't come back where we find one quite very often,
yeah,
but
but-
it does come back and it helps people out in the end. You know, we like to add value to everything.
Right.
So the more value I can add to your inspection, the better I feel in the end of the day, the more I can look at myself in the mirror in the morning.
Wow. Okay, so if I'm watching this, or if I got people, when I do have people watching this, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way?
So you can contact us by phone. Our office staff will answer the phone, and normally that's the best way to set up an inspection. That, or if you email us, the office staff will take care of
Okay.
that. So scheduling will set it up. If you have questions for one of the inspectors or you're not sure, you can give the office a call and they'll put you in touch with us.
Okay, now, and website?
We do have a website. It's a pretty good website if you want to go there. We don't do any online scheduling there because of the nature of our services with all the different inspections we do. It normally doesn't fit right. So we found it to be better to schedule everything by phone or by email where we coordinate directly with the clients.
Okay, that is awesome. Chris, thanks for being
John,
on, man. I
thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Look, if you're buying a house, selling a house, or hey, you know, we've had some storms come through, it's time to get an inspection done, call this young man, he'll take care of you. We'll be right back after these messages.